Hey Thinksters, and welcome to this video, which is the 9th video of my NumPy chapter in the book Python One-Liners, appeared in 2020. And in this video series, I'm going to address different or cover all the topics in the book for free as a video playlist. Okay, so you can check out the videos, you can buy the book if you want, you can simply consume the content in both formats if this is your preferred way of doing it. Okay, so in this video we are going to address the product customer metric. So this application is really relevant for many of the biggest companies in the world. Say Amazon, for example, they do collaborative filtering. So they check out, they create these metrics of customers like Alice, Bob, Louis, Larissa also, and those customers buy some products, some buy books, games, footballs or so they buy products. So we have this metrics, and then you know this recommendation engine, customers who bought X also bought Y, and this is based on such data metrics. Okay, so we have customers, some customers bought some products, and now you can estimate or guess, take an educated guess whether Louis will buy a notebook or not. So what do you say? Will Louis buy the notebook based on all the data you have? Yeah, probably he will, because he has a very similar profile to Alice, and Alice didn't buy the book, but she bought the game and the football and the notebook, but she didn't buy the earphones, for example. So this is a very similar profile to Louis. So Louis probably also has a good chance or a higher chance of buying the notebook as well. Okay, so therefore we will estimate he will buy the notebook. Okay, so this is a general technique, collaborative filtering, and in today's video we are going to look at some code. So here again we have the product customer metric, so one row per customer, and we have one column per product. For example, here we have the product course 1, course 2, or ebook 1, ebook 2. Okay, and we have a 1 if the customer bought the product, we have a 0 if they didn't buy the product. Okay, and in our one-liner today, the challenge is to find the fraction of the fraction of ebooks, the fraction of customers who bought two ebooks together. Okay, they bought both ebooks. Okay, so we want to find basically the number of times, the relative number of times where we have two ones in the last two columns here. Okay, so we have, like here, this would be a match. This customer bought both ebooks together, and this one bought two ebooks together. And we want to have the fraction, calculate the fraction of those customers. So we go over the number of, so we divide this number 2. If you find the customers who bought this ebook together, we divide this number by the number of total customers to get a fraction of customers who bought this ebook together. Okay, this is our goal, and we want to complete this goal in one single line of code in NumPy. If you want, you can pause the video, you can find your own solution, and otherwise I will just go ahead and discuss the one-liner. Okay, so maybe we start with a print statement, and then we can gradually build the solution. Okay, first of all, we need to access all rows, and only the last two, or the last two columns. Okay, so this if you use the variable basket, which is our NumPy array, we use slicing to access all rows with default indices. Okay, everything before the comma is the axis, so defines which elements of the axis 0 you want to select. We use slicing, we want to select all of those indices, and then we only want to take the last two columns. Okay, so we have the column with index 2 and the column with index 3 basically. And so this is our start index, so we start with the start index 2, and then we slice all the way to the right. So we start here with index 2 and we go all the way to the right, which is these two elements. Okay, so we select these two columns basically with this command. This is the first thing we want to do. And now we want to check using the NumPy all function whether all elements are 1 or not. Okay, so if our NumPy all function, we can use it along an axis, for example axis 1. So if you would take axis 0, then we would check whether the whole column has ones, but we don't care whether the whole column. So this would mean that the product is bought by all customers, but we don't care about this. We only want to know whether both products that are remaining, both ebooks, are bought together by this customer, or this customer bought both ebooks. So we use axis 1 instead of axis 0. So we don't want to have the columns, we want to check for both elements in the row. Okay, so we get those two elements, we check whether all of them are true, evaluate to true. And I mean, all non-zero values will evaluate to true, but if there is a 0, then it will, this NumPy all function will evaluate to false. Okay, and the result is an array that indicates for each row whether this row for each customer, row and customer we use interchangeably, has bought both ebooks, or whether we have a 1 for both ebook columns. Okay, columns. Here this one would return false, 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 true, and then again we have false, 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 true. So this would be our resulting NumPy array. So it's a one-dimensional NumPy array, and yeah, we can print it. So maybe let's refresh the shell. So we can print the result up till now. Yeah, we have now a one-dimensional array: false, 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 true, false, 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 true. Okay, so this is like part of our solution we want to have. But now we want to calculate a fraction of true numbers, basically in this in this array. Okay, so we now have this array. We simply to calculate the number of customers who bought both ebooks together, we simply use the sum on the result. Okay, the sum gives us the number of customers who bought both products, so the number of trues in our array, so which is 2. Because the false is represented by integer 0, true is represented by integer 1. So if we sum over all of those elements, we get the value 2. 2 means, yeah, so we have 2 customers who bought both ebooks together. And now we simply need to normalize. We simply need to, because we want to calculate the fraction of customers who bought both ebooks together. So of course we need to divide by the number of customers, the total number of customers, or the total number of rows. And now there are many ways of doing it. You can use the length function or so, but you can also use basket.shape 0. Now why does this work? So let's have a look. How does the shape look like? We can use basket. It's already defined here. Now simply let's print the shape. The shape is 8, 2. So we have a tuple with 2 values. So we have 2 axes in our NumPy array. The first axis is the number of rows. The second one gives us the number of columns. And so we have 4 columns. We have 8 rows. And we want to get the number of rows, because the number of rows is the number of customers. We want to divide by the number of customers. So this is returned by this basket.shape 0 element. Okay, so and that's it. This gives us the fraction of customers who bought both ebooks together. It's 25%. This is the result of our one-liner. And yeah, now we can simply we can rename this variable co-purchases. So this means all purchases, all customers that bought both products. And yeah, it has the same result. It's just a bit cleaner. Okay, so this is our one-liner solution. Very, very effective one-liner. NumPy, you can really, I mean, you have to see many of those examples, but over time, your thinking will gradually shift towards this very effective and dense and concise representation of a basic data science analysis. Okay, so if you want to learn more about these types of one-liners, then check out my book Python One-Liner. We not only have 10 NumPy one-liners, we also have one-liners like basic Python one-liners. We address we see whole algorithms like the quicksort algorithm and the sieve of Eratosthenes. So it's a prime number generator and so on. So we have many algorithms. We have even machine learning one-liners in scikit-learn library. We have regular expression one-liners. So it's a lot of fun. It's like a broad picture of the computer science space. So we address many different areas in computer science, and everything is focused on the single line of code. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye.